My wedding dress was ready. My ring was shining. But 2 weeks to my wedding, my fiancé stopped answering my calls. By the time I understood why, my whole life had already changed. Hello family, welcome to Afritales by Nenye. Please subscribe and leave a like, it really means the world to us. Share this video with your friends and loved ones, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our stories. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. Kemi had always been the strong one. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just strong. The kind of girl life trained early. The quiet first daughters. She woke up early to cook when her mother was tired. She sacrificed new clothes so her younger sister could buy textbooks. She had to manage it more times than sorry. Growing up, happiness never stayed long with her. So when Femi came into her life, it felt different. He wasn't flashy. He doesn't talk big. He was calm. Soft-spoken. Gentle. Being around him felt like resting her head after carrying a heavy load all day. With Femi, life felt safe. And for the first time, Kemi allowed herself to imagine a future that wasn't full of struggle. The night he proposed looked like a movie. A luxury event hall in the middle of the city. Golden lights hanging like stars. Fresh white flowers on every table. Soft music playing. People laughing. Glasses clinking. Everything glowing. Everything warm. Everything perfect. Kemi kept touching her dress because it didn't feel real. Long champagne gold gown. Hair laid perfectly. Soft makeup. For once, she wasn't surviving. She was glowing. When Femi went down on one knee, the whole hall exploded. Screams. Claps. Phones recording. Say yes. Say yes. Before he even finished talking, tears were already running down her cheeks. Yes, she said. Too fast. Too sure. Too happy. And the ring slid into her finger like it belonged there. Like fate. Mama Kemi cried that night. Real tears. She hugged her tight and said, "My daughter is finally settling down." Kemi held those words like treasure. Because her mother didn't praise her often. Love was there, but it was softer for Tenny. Her younger sister. The last born. The favorite. Everybody knew it. Nobody said it. And Kemi had accepted it long ago. No last born, she would tell herself. And move on. Tenny didn't leave her side that night. Fixing her dress. Taking selfies. Laughing loudly. Calling her bride-to-be every 5 minutes. They looked inseparable. Like nothing could ever come between them. If someone had told Kemi that night her own sister would break her heart, she would have laughed. Because Tenny. Never. Wedding preparations took over the house. Tailors coming in and out. Boxes of lace everywhere. Shoes lined against the wall. Invitation cards on the table. Her room looked like a bridal shop. It was chaotic. But happy chaos. Femi visited almost every evening. Sometimes with snacks. Sometimes just himself. They'd sit outside and talk about their future. Children. Business ideas. Where they would live. Small dreams. Simple dreams. The kind that matter. Kemi loved those nights. Because she could already see her life with him. Peaceful. Safe. Tenny helped like any normal sister would. Following Kemi to fittings. Carrying bags. Tasting cake samples. Gisting about decorations. Laughing together. Nothing suspicious. Nothing planned. Nothing evil. Just normal family life. And that was what made everything hurt later. Because nothing looked wrong. At all. Then slowly. Something shifted. Very small. Very quiet. So quiet Kemi missed it. Femi started visiting less. Not completely. Just less. He said work was stressful. She believed him. Of course she did. Love doesn't suspect easily. His calls reduced. Texts became shorter. Sometimes he sounded distracted. Cold. But not rude. Just far away. Kemi noticed. But she kept defending him inside her head. Wedding stress. Maybe he's tired. Maybe I'm overthinking. One evening, she saw Tenny and Femi laughing together in the kitchen. Just laughing. Nothing serious. But they looked comfortable. Too comfortable. Like people who had shared many private jokes. Kemi even smiled. My finance and my sister getting along, she thought. What more could I want, she whispered. If only she knew. One morning, Tenny started vomiting badly. Mama Kemi rushed her to the hospital. Kemi followed, worried. They waited outside the consultation room. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and fear. Minutes felt like hours. Then the doctor came out. She's fine. Just weak, he said. Then casually added. She's about 2 months pregnant. Silence. Total silence. Kemi blinked. Pregnant. Her mind couldn't process it. Then the mother asked softly. Who is the father? Tenny looked down. Tears forming. Her lips trembling. Then barely whispered. Femi. The word stopped. Her ears rang. Her chest tightened. She couldn't breathe. Not Femi. Not her Femi. Not the man 2 weeks away from marrying her. She turned to her mother, waiting for anger. Waiting for protection. But Mama Kemi only sighed and said, There's already a child involved, we have to think carefully. That sentence broke her more than the pregnancy. Because once again, she wasn't chosen. That night, Kemi sat alone on her bed. Her wedding dress hanging behind the door. Her ring shining on her finger. Everything ready. Everything prepared. Yet everything gone. In one day. Before sunrise. She packed one small bag. Quietly. Because some heartbreaks are too deep for noise. And she walked out. No one stopped her. Not her sister. Not her mother. Nobody. Life became small. Small room. Small job. Small money. But peaceful. Very peaceful. For the first time, nobody compared her to anyone. She healed slowly. Day by day. Meanwhile, life didn't punish Femi and Tenny immediately. And somehow, that hurt more. Because for a while, it looked like everything still worked out for them. They married quietly. No celebration. No joy. Just pressure. Bills. Responsibility. And regret. Their home became heavy. Arguments every day. Shouting. Crying. Suspicion. Because how you get a man is how you fear losing him. One night, Tenny checked Femi's phone. Another woman. Sweet messages. Late night calls. The same betrayal. The same pain. The same story. Now she was standing exactly where Kemi once stood. Soon, fights became louder. Plates breaking. Doors slamming. Neighbors whispering. The house that once felt like victory now felt like punishment. Then one day, Femi stopped coming home. Calls stopped going through. Days turned into weeks. He disappeared. Left Tenny and the baby behind. Just like that. The same way he once left Kemi. Mama Kemi aged fast after that. Sitting quietly every evening, staring at the gate. Because when you break one child to protect another, life balances the scales. Kemi met Daniel. Soft-spoken, kind, respectful. He listened when she talked. Noticed when she was tired. Never shouted. Never pressured her. With Daniel, love didn't feel loud. It felt safe. Gentle. Like morning sunlight. And Kemi finally understood something. Real love isn't fireworks. It's peace. Years later, she wore another ring. Simple, but meaningful. And this time, she wasn't scared. Because sometimes God removes the wrong person loudly, so the right person can enter quietly. But let me ask you something. If you were Kemi, would you ever forgive your sister and your mother? Be honest. Drop your answer in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more emotional stories like this.